From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection, it's Millennium Falcon that you put together. Batteries not included.
Nice landing, Han Solo. Uh-oh, come on, Chewbacca. Stormtroopers are coming.
Action figures each sold separately.
Got them on radar. I'll fire the laser cannon.
There's even a hidden storage hatch.
Ready for takeoff. Jump to light speed. We're gone. On to the Death Star.
Millennium Falcon from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately.
Good evening, Padawans. Happy Friday night. What's going on? What's up? Well, this is the most important toy review I have ever done. Okay? You guys asked for it. You guys wanted to see my Millennium Falcon. It's a bit complicated because this Millennium Falcon has a lot of playability, a lot of features and electronics and compartments, and it's the best Millennium Falcon ever made. I want to thank Samara for giving me the inspiration. Now let's talk about the history of the Millennium Falcon. You guys saw the video here at the beginning, the original Millennium Falcon from the 70s and the 80s. Now let me explain something really quickly, because I want to go over this review really quick. Kenner came out with the Millennium Falcon in the 70s, 77, 78, and then The Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi. So they came out with a lot of different boxing designs for the same Millennium Falcon in the original trilogy. So what I'm saying is basically the same toy for all the three movies. Later in the 90s, The Power of the Force 2, they came out with the same Millennium Falcon in 1995, and they sold it again for collectors. They added a couple of special effects here, like some sounds and electronics. And I did have two of the Power of the Force Millennium Falcons. I had the original 1980 Millennium Falcon, but I never had a Millennium Falcon that was complete and brand new. I never had that. My parents never got it for me. Only the rich kids had the Millennium Falcon back in 78, 1980. 1982, okay? So it came to, there were so many releases. Well, let me see, probably about 5 releases of the original Kenner Millennium Falcon design mold that was resold over and over and over. And I think 5, probably 3 or 4 or 5 times. But this is the Legacy Millennium Falcon from 2008, all right? And it was redesigned, reimagined, and it is one of the best Millennium Falcons ever released by Hasbro, because Hasbro is not Kenner anymore. Again, I did have the Kenner. Oh, look at that. Look at this. It's making a sound. I did have the original Kenner Millennium Falcon, but it was missing the back, the covering. It was missing the cover for the back. That's kind of lame. And it was also missing the canopy for the cockpit. And it was all yellow. And I remember playing with my friends with my used Millennium Falcon for years. It was terrible. It was one of the worst Millennium Falcons I've ever had. This was released by Hasbro in 2008. I got this in 2009, I believe, at Toys R Us. This is the Legacy Collection. I met the designer and I want to give a shout out to the designer because he passed away in 2023 from COVID. Okay, and his name was Mark Bordeaux. Mark Bordeaux was a longtime designer for Kenner, okay? and who designed the original Millennium Falcon. And some of the Jurassic Park, and he retired in 2020 from Hasbro, from making the toys and designing the toys for Hasbro. I met Mark Bordeaux. You guys want to look it up? I met Mark at the Comic-Con many times, and when this came out, the Legacy Millennium Falcon in 2008, I think I was at the Comic-Con in 2010. And I talked to Mark for a long time. I was there for like an hour or two. And he explained to me the process of designing the updated Millennium Falcon. Because, Hasbro, they took over Kenner, and they had used the original Millennium Falcon for so long. It was getting, boring and outdated, and they wanted to do something different for the fans. And I thought that was amazing. So I went up to Mark, and he was standing right there in the Hasbro booth, and he was showing off this new, totally brand new Millennium Falcon. This Millennium Falcon here is about 15 years old, and it's still in mint condition. I keep it clean. I keep it in mint. It's complete. It's 100%. But Mark said something really important. He said, "You guys keep your toys as if they were museum pieces." And I said, "Well, okay, you're probably right. A lot of these collectors, they never play with their toys. They never open them." And I said, "You're right, Mark." And I talked to Mark about the upcoming ideas from Hasbro. I have input into Hasbro's upcoming designs. I talked to the Hasbro CEO at the celebration. I want a Death Star playset. But Mark told me before he died, they had plans for like Slave One, a lot of the vehicles that were never released. And so this is one of the best, I want to say this is one of the best Star Wars toys ever released in the history. And I'm not making this up. In the history of Star Wars collectibles or toys or, whatever you want to call it. I just call it a Millennium Falcon toy. Now, it has so many features that I don't even know I can go over everything. But the point is, it is good that Hasbro evolved and they decided to not just use the same old mold and the same, design and specifications and playability and compartments. Now this, like I said, this is I measured it. This is 32 inches long. Okay, it's huge. Just look at this. Look how big this is, guys. Okay? Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? So I'm gonna go over a couple of things, which there's really a lot to do with this toy. If you were a kid, imagine if you were a kid in 1977 and you got this toy. Could you imagine? I don't know I wouldn't know what to do with it, man. I guess it was okay that I had a beat up, Millennium Falcon with missing cockpit, missing a cover, missing batteries, missing everything. It was, it was like the poor man's Millennium Falcon when you were in the 70s. It was 78, 1980, 1982. I was like the poor man collectible. You know what I mean? It's just like, so when I heard that Hasbro came out with a new Millennium Falcon, I had to get on it. I had to buy one. And at the time it was Toys R Us, right? Toys R Us, as you know, no longer exists. It's out of business. It's disgusting. It's terrible, man. Where am I gonna go buy these toys? You can only do it on eBay now. If you want to get one of these, the average price is like $700 to $800 on eBay. I would not recommend getting a used Millennium Falcon. Okay, now let me because I don't want to make this too long, but I just want to tell you a little bit of the history. Kenner, and then Hasbro, and then now in 2009, 2008, they finally decided to upgrade the toy, because it is a toy. Don't get me wrong. This is not a museum piece. Okay, this is not I'm not a dealer. I just display this in my bedroom and I have a great time looking at it. So it is a toy. It's supposed to be played with, right? It's not a collectible. So let's it has so many, again, if I was a kid and I had this, I would be playing with this all day, man. It's just an amazing, it's the best vehicle in Star Wars, right? The Millennium Falcon. Now this one is the one from A New Hope. It has the dish in here. It has the turret guns. So you can tell it's the one from A New Hope, mostly because of the sounds. And I just want to give a shout out to Mark Bordeaux. He was an amazing person. He worked for Hasbro for what, 40 years? Kenner, well, he worked for Kenner first, and he designed the original Millennium Falcon. And then he worked for Hasbro because he had no choice. And his best work as a toy designer, toy maker, was this Millennium Falcon, the Legacy Millennium Falcon. And they also have a vintage Millennium Falcon from Toys R Us exclusive that I do have. So I have 3 Millennium Falcons. I have this one open. I have one in the box for Toys R Us in the vintage collection box design. And I have the one for the Batuu, the Galaxy's Edge, the Batuu, the ride at Disneyland. I have that one. I didn't open it. Why open it if I have this one, right? The difference with the Batuu Millennium Falcon Galaxy's Edge is the radar. It's square. That Millennium Falcon is after episode 9. So it's owned by Hondo, the alien guy, and it's owned by Chewbacca, because by that time, Han Solo's dead, and Lando, I don't know what the hell he's doing. And so Chewbacca owns the Millennium Falcon after episode 9, and he lets Hondo borrow it and to smuggle, because they're still smuggling. Okay, so let me show you. Let me turn off the lights real quick and show you the electronics, because the electronics are incredible. I mean, for this ship to be 15 years old, because again, it came out 2008, but I picked it up at probably 2000. Maybe I picked it up 2009, 2010. I can't remember, but I gotta show you and this is heavy as hell, bro. This is heavy as hell. I gotta show you the electronics on this. So let me turn off the light, and I'm gonna show you a couple of things the sounds and the lights. It's just an incredible Millennium Falcon. If you are a fan of Star Wars, I would go on eBay right now and I would buy it right now. You can pay, minimum $750. I looked it up. $750, maybe $800, and open it up, put it on your coffee table, in your in your bedroom, on your desk. It's just an incredible conversation piece, right? So let me turn off the lights and show you the lights and what it does in the dark. Here we go. All right, here we go. We got the lights out. We have a little bit of light coming out of the TV because I'm listening to my relaxing music. But that's not the point. Let's look at the lights. We turn it on. There has a switch here that you turn on.
Hold them off. Angle the deflector shield while I charge up the main guns.
There you go. Here you go. You got the headlights in the front. The cockpit lights come on. And you have all the sounds from the original movie, from A New Hope, mostly A New Hope. Now, if you turn it around, you got the thrusters, you got the blue. Here we go. Right, well now you saw what it did with the special effects, electronics. The cockpit lights up. I got Han Solo and Chewbacca in here. The front, I would call them the headlights, come on. The engine goes on, the blue thrusters. It is an incredible spaceship. Just an amazing. And then you got the sound effects. You got sound effects, lasers. Now let me turn on the light. Let me turn back the lights on. All right, here we go. So we got the lights back on. Now there's a lot of buttons on this ship. Okay, there's like one button here for the cockpit special effects. There's 3 buttons on this side. Couple of buttons on this. Couple of buttons on there. Now let me show you. I'm gonna do like a close-up. I'm gonna stop the video here, and I'm gonna do a close-up of the features that it has. The top does come off like the original 70s Millennium Falcon. The cover does come off, but it's 2 parts instead of 1. I don't know if you guys had the original Millennium Falcon. Smaller scale, bad design, terrible to play with. So, oh, let me show you something before I get to before I change the perspective of the video, because I want to grab the phone and show you the features of the Millennium Falcon. Look at this. You can spin the radar dish right there. You spin the radar dish anywhere you want. You spin it around, baby. Oh, hell yeah. Let me take a little break. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna show you the features. I just wanted you to guys know the history, the designer who designed it, and the electronics, the lights, the sounds. There's a lot more sounds. There's a lot of tricks to the sounds. Like if you keep a button pressed for a certain time, it has like, I think it has about 20 or 30 original sounds from the movies, you know, sound effects, and it's great, man. Let's look at this one.
You may not look like much, but you got it where it counts, kid.
That's Han Solo.
Chewie, get us out of here!
Yeah.
What's that flashing?
Oh shit! There's the alarm. There's the alarm.
We're losing the deflector shield. Focus strap yourselves in. I'm gonna make the jump to light speed.
What am I telling you? It's fun as fuck.
You're all clear, kid.
Yeah. It even has the soundboard from the Death Star attack, the trench run in A New Hope, and it's the voices of Mark Hamill, Anthony Daniels, right? Harrison Ford, Chewbacca. It's all original. It's all original, right?
Let's blow this thing and go home.
Yeah.
Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
Let me take a little break, and I'll come back and show you the inside of the Millennium Falcon. All right, here we go. So I have changed the perspective of the video shooting, and I'm going to show you the some of the features. I don't want to make this so crazy, but here we go. We got the cockpit, and there's a button on top of the cockpit right here, like a rubbery button that you press, and that's the one that makes the. But look at all the design and the paint. Now this is the cover for the canopy that I never had as a kid. But as you can see, they got Han Solo. I was gonna say Lando. Got Han Solo and Chewbacca in there.
Come on! Switch over. Let's hope we don't have a burnout.
I'm gonna play some of the special effects, some of the sounds. Now I'm gonna show you something that's really interesting. I'm gonna remove the, I'm gonna open the canopy here. All right. Now this does come off, but we're just gonna keep it on there. Okay. Look at all the electronics inside. Well, they're mostly stickers. But here you got Chewbacca and Han Solo driving around, flying the ship. Now, if you can see the difference between the original Millennium Falcon, which only had 2 seats, this one has 4. Okay, you got 4. You can fit 4 figures in the cockpit instead of 2. The original, you could only fit 2 figures in there. Okay, now, I mean, the upgrade is extremely incredible.
She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid.
Now when you buy this in the box, it does come with Han Solo and Chewbacca. Okay, so it's included in the box, so that's a good deal. And these figures are from the vintage collection. And look at the size, the height is perfect. Han Solo is wearing his radio microphone thing here. Okay, look at that. And Chewbacca is just, here's Chewbacca. But look at the cockpit here, and look at this is his crossbow. I put his crossbow in here. Chewbacca's crossbow, it's included. And the seats, you can slide the seats. I guess for the leg room. And you can turn the seats around. It's okay, that comes off. You can spin it around, so if the Han Solo wants to turn around and spin and look the other way, you can do that. And so it has a lot, like I said, it has a lot of playability, and Mark did a really good job with this Millennium Falcon. The cockpit is like the most important part of the ship. Okay, let's play a little bit more of the sounds.
Chewie, get us out of here!
Chewie, get us out of here. Let's get Chewie back into the driver's seat over here. Instead of the co-pilot, he's the pilot. Let's put him in there.
What's it flashing?
And you could, if you had Luke, I don't have Luke and Leia right now, but you could sit Luke in here in this back seat right here, and these also spin around. Like I'm telling you, man, this Millennium Falcon is a work of art, really. Okay, now let's keep Han Solo down here working on something. Maybe let's turn up his hands. He's working on the engines out here, doing something. And Chewbacca, let's just pretend He's piloting the Millennium Falcon, and let's just go with the sounds.
We're losing the deflector shield. Both strap yourselves in. I'm going to make the jump to light speed. You're all clear, kid.
Now, the way this button works, if you press it once, it does like the engine sounds, but if you keep it pressed, it only does the voices from A New Hope, the lines and the quotes from A New Hope. So let's press it once. But if I keep it pressed,
Let's blow this thing and go home.
it does the line from A New Hope when he's blowing up. When Luke is blowing up the Death Star, he gets help from Han Solo.
Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
Hell yeah! Woo! Now there's a way to remove this part of the control panels, but I've never done that because you got a couple of stickers, and when you do buy, you got to add a lot of stickers to this.
Come on! Switch over.
All right.
I don't have a burnout.
All right, enough of the cockpit. I'll show you enough of the cockpit. Let's close it up. There it is. There we go. Now it's tight. All right, it's tight. Now let's move on to another part of the ship. Man, how long is this video, man? How long is this review? Now here in the front, as you know, the Millennium Falcon has missiles, right? Now it has 3 buttons here. Now, and these missiles, these plastic sticks, that are basically, and when you press, they shoot really far. This is what they look like. Okay. I don't think these are proton torpedoes, but I'm not really exact. I think they're just missiles, bro. But when you press this one doesn't have any sound either. I just pressed it right there, and this one again. Now, the middle one is the one that has the sounds. When you press the middle button, you have the sounds. Let's try that again. You see that? Let's put another one in. So that's pretty epic, and that's the front of the Falcon. If you didn't know that the Millennium Falcon had these 3 missiles in the front, now you know. And they're on the floor, so you got to upload. Now let's move on to the radar dish here. Again, you have this little knob that you spin, and it turns like this. And this is the one from A New Hope, so it doesn't have it's not from Return of the Jedi, it's not from the Empire. It has a couple of more buttons here that also do sound and special effects. There's Chewbacca. Let me put Chewbacca down here.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight? You see? You can do it.
I haven't even started with this, bro. I haven't even started. On the top of the Falcon, of course, you have the gun turret that spins around, and it also has sound effects. It is also electronic, and you have this thing here, sort of a lever up and down, and when you move this, you see that? The gun turret, you're moving it from here. These are the controls for the gun turret. It starts to Look at that. Now, if you want to turn it a little bit more, up and down, it's going to shoot well, they're not really missiles. They're more like a gun turret, as seen in in Empire and A New Hope, when they're shooting up the TIE fighters, when they're coming, when they just left the Death Star, when they escaped the Death Star. This is how when they're fighting off the TIE fighters. I think there's like 3 or 4, and this is what's going to happen. Check it out. You see that? It just shot out the bottom 2 there, and that's awesome. Now let's go to let's turn to the back. Well, let's turn to this other side here, where you're gonna see. Well, is it this side? No, it's the other side. Okay, here we go. Now here we have something that's not in the movie. This is the escape pod that we don't see in the film, but it was in the design, it was in the original idea. One of these side panels on the Millennium Falcon have an escape pod that was not used in the film, okay? But you do have it in the toy. That was never in the original. You didn't have that in the original toy, so that's only here. Now, what happens if you open this up really quickly? Look at that. And here you have the escape pod. You bring it out. Now this is a very cool looking, I suppose. Well, it's an escape pod, but it looks like a real cool ship. And it also has gun turrets or lasers, whatever you want to call it. And this is when it gets heavy, when Han Solo and Chewbacca get in trouble. They get into the escape pod, and there's Han Solo. He's like, "I'm out of here. I'm getting the hell out of here, bro." And you close the lid, and he's out. Now this looks, if you look at this looks a lot like the Narcissus from Alien. I mean, just the cockpit design, the windows, the triangular look, the way it looks. It's such a great design. Very 80s. It's very 80s. And it also has a button in the back. Right? To shoot a missile. Because underneath, if you look at the bottom here, it has a missile loader. So you load the missile in here. So the escape pod also has a missile. Oops, I did it the wrong way. There you go. And now you're going to see how it shoots. Press the button out in the back. There you go. So that's the escape pod. When when Han Solo and Chewbacca get in trouble. I don't know if I could fit Chewie and Han Solo in here. I don't know if I could. But so the Millennium Falcon, the Legacy, comes with the escape pod. Let's put it back in there. You just push it in. And you close it up. All right. Now let's get to the ramp, because we have an area here where the ramp comes off. Now, if you remember the 70s Millennium Falcon, it had a ramp, but it was lame. It was pretty stupid. So here, what you do is you press a button, and the ramp comes down. Look at that. And it has lights. Close it back up. And now you got Han Solo and trying to get back in. I gotta admit, it's a little low. But you can still get Han Solo in there somehow. He goes up the ramp. But that's something that, you know, just the sound of the ramp coming down, that is fucking epic, bro. It's amazing. All right? Let's see if I can stand, Han Solo here. Straighten him out a little bit. He's looking a little bit. There we go. Let me take a pause. All right, sorry. I just wanted to fix these guys up. You know, coming into the ramp, into the ship. And again, on one side you have the escape pod, and on the other side you have the ramp. So we're getting through this. We're getting through this. Now let's move on to the compartment. Now, if you can see here, you have these 6 vents in as you can see, they're opening. Some of these open, like when they rescued Lando and Luke, when Lando rescued Luke in Empire. But what this really is, and I'm going to show you, is really where you have the battery compartment. So you put the batteries in here. It uses 3 AA, and you remove this part here, and that's where the batteries go. Now let's look at the other side here. This is where, as the original Millennium Falcon had that opening lid, and you took it off, and you could play inside and stuff. This has a two parts. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna open it up somehow. Let me grab it from here. There we go. I removed one of the lids. Now you're gonna be amazed at what you're gonna see inside. And here we go. We got another lid coming off, and there you go. And you put them off to the side. Now this is what it looks like on the inside. Okay. Here you got the control panels. Got a couple of doors over here that open up. You also have the secret compartment on the floor that you can open. Now I don't know if I can fit. I don't think you can fit Han Solo in there. The secret compartment. Well, yeah, okay, you could fit him right there. There it is. There's Han Solo hiding. And, you know, like when they get captured by the Death Star tractor beam, and you close it up and Han Solo's inside. Now I got this droid, I think it's R5D4, because I just figured I needed something cool to show, because I don't have R2D2 right now with me. But so this is the compartment where they all hide. Let me bring them out. Put them over here. So as you can see, it has a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Put that back. Now here you got again. This is the remote control. All right, sorry, I lost connection there for a little while. As I was saying, you got the ramp. Let's open the ramp from the inside so you see how that works. There you go. Now I got R5D4 in here. Here's the bed. This is where they sleep. Where Han Solo sleeps when he's you know, taking a break. This is the bed. Now here's the door to the cockpit, which is, you know, it's only a sticker, and it's fine. It's just a sticker, but it's cool. And so you got the bed, you got the door to the back compartment where they have all the engines, and you know Han Solo's working. So let's close that up. And Chewbacca, I guess let's just grab Chewbacca and put him on here. Now this is where you have the remote control Jedi training ball, which was in the original Millennium Falcon that everybody was missing. Nobody could find that little thing, and so this is where Luke is training in A New Hope with the ball. Let me get a close up so you guys can see a close up of this. It's okay. It could have been better, you know. It could have been better. Now here you have the control panel that does like all the different things in the Millennium Falcon. You have the chair, the famous chair, where Han Solo says, "Oh, I don't believe in the Force," and he sits right there, you know, just chilling, and he's talking to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Well, let me see if I can get him in there. Oh, he's wearing I forgot where I left his blaster. Oh, okay, that's good enough. Now here you have the chess table, the Dedurek table where they play their chess games. Well, let's turn it around. Let's turn it around. What the hell, bro? Why you keep falling? It does have those little pegs on the bottom where you can stand the figure, because you know all of the figures have the holes on the bottom of their feet. But I'm trying to do this as fast as I can. Okay, I don't want to take all the time in the world. Here's another hidden compartment, another door that you can open. There's another smuggler compartment where you can hide the drugs, whatever they're doing. You know how Han Solo and Chewbacca do it. And now these buttons here, these are the ones that work the chess table. Check it out. You see that?
It's not wise to upset a Wookiee. You've taken your first step into a larger world.
I suggest a new strategy, R2.
I really do I wish that I had, you know, R2-D2 here and C-3PO and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke, but I just didn't have the time to bring them out for this review. And this...
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight? You've taken your...
Let the Wookiee win.
Check it out, man. And you know, you got this the door that you can go through here. It's just an incredible ship, guys. It's the play set is amazing. Okay. Oh, I forgot to show you the turret chair. Let me turn this around. Let me bring that up. There we go. This is where Luke would be sitting with his targeting computer. I don't know if you guys can see that. There it is. And you know, the chair is kind of like turned upside down, kind of like in the film. Oh man, it's just, I mean, look at it. I mean, okay, because you only get Chewbacca and Lando. I mean, Chewbacca. You only get Chewbacca and Han Solo with the Millennium Falcon. So that's why I'm kind of just using these two guys for the review. But I mean, if you look at the detail, everything that it does, let's listen to more special effects.
She may not look like much, but she got it where it counts, kid.
Chewie, get us out of here! What's that flashing?
Okay, guys. Well, I think I showed you the entire Millennium Falcon, all the features. It is an incredible spaceship. It is the best Millennium Falcon ever made. It can do a lot more, but I think I gone through enough. And I want to thank Samara, Han Solo, and Chewbacca in R5D4 for helping me make this review. And I recommend anyone that's a Star Wars fan get this Millennium Falcon. It's one of the best. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I threw away my other Millennium Falcon in the garbage. The one from the 70s. I put it in the garbage. I think I destroyed it. I burned it. After this, I don't need to go, buy the original. Vintage is cool. Vintage is cool, guys. Don't get me wrong. All right? Vintage collection is fine, but I'd rather be, upgrading, progressing, evolving. And if you can get a better spaceship from Hasbro, and, Mark Bordeaux, rest in peace. He did an incredible job with this piece. Again, it's a toy. It's not a museum piece. You're supposed to open it. You're supposed to play with it.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see.
May the Force be with you guys. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.